Alright, hello guys. Today we're going to be talking about the possible tropical systems over the next, 2 to 3 weeks, I think, that could develop. It's pretty shocking. This could get pretty active over the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's looking interesting. So, first off, I just want to show you the average precipitation rate. This is just the precipitation type and its rate. So I just want to show you guys this because this is pretty interesting to see. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys this so you can see now. I'm gonna run it a little bit. So May 11th we have, this is just so what we're looking at here, this is just some type of subtropical thing, not even tropical really, just something that's gonna move up into the Atlantic, and that will bring some pretty heavy rains to Florida. But that finally moves off. As that moves off, though, we are watching some more development in the Eastern Pacific, and that we'll see here. We're gonna keep running it, and finally, we're gonna start to see that this is here we go. So something else I want to look at. So this is May 16th. So like basically 8 days from now, and it looks like we have some more tropical stuff brewing over here in the Atlantic, and you know, it's looking pretty interesting. And we also have this over here in the Eastern Pacific. That one's the most interesting one. So 982 millibars, 976 millibars, 971 millibars makes impact. This is still going over here. This makes impact El Salvador, Guatemala, all those regions. And then it finally dies off. But then something interesting that happens is what I'm looking at. So we have that low pressure system still over here. We also have a low pressure system chilling in the Atlantic, 1006 millibars. And something interesting could happen. Ready? Goes over, you know, Cuba, Jamaica, and then it kind of explodes. 1001 millibars, and it gets down to 999, and then I do believe that's 998. Before it finally dies off. And that one up there, 992 millibars. So we could have 2 tropical systems going. This is really far out. This is May 22nd, but this is still pretty interesting. We got to keep an eye on it. Excuse me, because we have multiple systems that could pop up over the next few days. Very interesting to see, because this one comes, it's a hurricane that makes landfall over here, looks like. And then keeps going, picks up some momentum over here near these islands, and then keeps going here and ends up getting stronger. And by the end of this model run, you can see that they eventually join forces. They kind of combine into one, and they spread off into the Atlantic. But I think it's something we have to keep an eye on, because that gets really tight right there. That looks very well defined. We also have that up there that's pretty well defined as well. And I'm not, you know, don't hold me to my word on this. This is just some type of analysis of what's going on and a type of discussion and all that. Because this is most likely not going to happen. But it's still pretty interesting to find out that we have two areas that the models are suggesting. One, I think, is way more likely than the other. But we're going to find out, I guess, in the next few weeks. Finally, I want to also go ahead, before I go into anything else, I want to go ahead and show you the vorticity. Excuse me. And so something interesting that happens. So we have, we have this tropical system over here. Hold on, yeah, May 10th. We have that all of that over there. That leaves. But then we also see some more, we start to see a little bit more tight rotation right there. Interesting to see. And finally that moves off. Now we're starting to see the development of that. We start to see some more vorticities start to pop over here. But we have some more, we have that Eastern Pacific system starting to brew. That's finally started. We also have, we can see more vorticity to the east coast of Florida. That is that one thing that we were watching. That finally, that's a vorticity right there. Keeps moving. But then we have that one. Now this is the interesting part, guys. As we keep running this model, you can see this is still having some cyclonic vorticity in it. But as we keep running the model, that dissipates, right? Finally, we get this to pick back up over here. And as we keep running the model, look how tight it gets again. gets really tight right there, and this one less tight. That one has a better chance of forming, I think, in my opinion, than that one up there. Very tight rotation. And finally, it starts to disintegrate. They combine into one, and they speed off happily ever after. But I think that's very interesting to see. You've got the very tight rotation right there. So this could, May 22nd, very close to the actual start of the hurricane season. We have that brewing right there, which is very interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it. I'm not saying this will happen, okay? This is just some type of kind of a little bit of a prediction. Nothing like, don't hold me to my word against this. This is just kind of, you know, what I think could happen, okay? Very interesting to see this happening. And I think that it's not totally out of the question that this could pop up and we could see our first tropical system affect no one except maybe Bermuda could get something from this. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do some analysis of the sea temperatures currently. You can see the Gulf Stream right here, very warm temperatures, 80 something, got 78 very early, pretty hot for this time of day. 81 I just saw. Got 80s all basically up along there, 70s and 80s up there. As we head more into the Atlantic, we got 84. So where that one storm we're watching forms, we got 84, and it's only going to heat up, everyone. So 82. So, yeah, it's only going to heat up, which is interesting. Yeah, where we have that development region right there for this storm, very hot temperatures, and also for that Eastern Pacific storm over there, pretty hot temperatures as well. So, and also we got some moderate temperatures up here, which is really interesting. So we got a lot of these warmish temperatures. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens over the next few days, because yet again we could be seeing the start of the Atlantic hurricane season very early. In fact, just extremely early, in all honesty. So we'll have to see what happens with it, and I want you guys to stay tuned. I'll get you guys some more updates coming up soon. So without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next weather-related video. Make sure to leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.